everyone, today's YouTube video will be about multicolors, but there is a snag. I couldn't be bothered to work out a proper sorting out system because almost any legendary in this multicolored is sort of unique in its own right. So instead of that, I'm just going to go through every single one, taking a break, and I even don't know. So it could be at 20 minutes in, it could be 6 minutes in. It'll be a space where I think, and then tomorrow I will do the next one, and I'll do the ones that I'll be missing out by mistake. I know I've been missing these out. For example, colorless legendary creatures I've missed out. There's only about 7, but I still need to talk about them. And there is several that break the rules on EDH until a lot of while ago when they actually didn't. So we'll talk about those at the same time. Anyway, okay, I have got every image ready to go on a tab on Facebook. Well, on my internet browser. Every single one that I have not spoken about, but there is some vanilla ones which I won't talk about. If I get to a vanilla, I'll just close that tab off and carry on. First one. You can see how quick I'm going. Adu Oakenshield. It's 1/2 black, red, green. Legendary creature, Human Knight. Black, red, green. Tap. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. This could be a good, nice recycling effect, but I could see this also with like loads of Reanimator as such. So keep your mind open on this one. This one's very good. Next one, Alamar. One of the most douchey ones, and it did come out Commander's Arsenal. Commander, because we all know it was douchey. Anyway, it's blue, red, green. Protection from white and black. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Creatures spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on it. Now, what I would like to do is to make this an artifact and put this in a modular and infinity deck. Because, oh boy, they love it. I'm not joking you. You could make a monocolor, you could just make a really good deck like that. You would have to run some colored ones, but it wouldn't be that hard. That would be my opinion. I have just seen people going, I'm just going to go for value. Yay. And I will consider one day making an EDH for it that is based like that. So don't hold your breath on that, but I'll at least show you some deck lists someday. Like in 2 weeks' time. Next one. Askid Kasabal. It's an Elder Dragon, guys. The other one was an Elemental. This one's an Elder Dragon. 7/7. Which the other one was 1/1. Just going back to that one because I think I've forgotten some things. But I did not forget this bit. It's casting costs for the dragon. It's 2 colourless, 2 white, 2 blue, and 2 green. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay green, white, blue. It's flying. If each untapped creature you control gets +0/+2 as long as it's not attacking, so they can become a good blocker. And he has white dragon defenses. What I mean by that is instead of Dragon Breath, which gives +1/+0, this one is Dragon Shield, which is +0/+1. Yay! Not the greatest, but hey ho. Asmir Marina, Holy Avenger, is our next one. She's a 2/3 for 4 mana. Green, white, and 2. I actually have to say the flavor text full thing because this is not coloured. Well, you know their cards are multicolored. Flying, obviously. She's a bloody human cleric. Makes sense. At the beginning of each end step, put a +1/+1 counter on her for each creature put into the graveyard from the battlefield this turn. Yeah. Because it has to be your graveyard from the battlefield. Even though they can mind control it and they still die, it doesn't really work. But hey ho. Next one. Axelrod Gontarson. Now, this is one that has been printed as an uncommon. So you can actually make an uncommon legendary EDH. So he's double black, double red, and 4/5/5 giant. Okay. He's got trample. Being a 5/5 body, that's not too bad. Whenever a creature is dealt damage by him this turn dies, you gain a life, and he deals damage to target player. Ping a player. Oh boy, them days when these cards, nowadays, these are not. Oh well. Next one is... got something to do with banning. I'm just going to say her name. Alicia Cantina. I'm not going to explain banning. It's like weird creatures go into a band. And the main thing that matters is you choose the blockers, the person who owns banning, or what creatures become blocked, and how damage is stacked. Let's put it this way. Anyway, she has an ability that I do see her use. So she's a white, blue, 2/2 artifact, not artifact, human artificialer. She's not too bad in some decks if they have a real bad weakness against artifacts, because she has counter target artifact activated ability from an artifact source unless that ability's controller pays white. Mana abilities can't be targeted. Yeah, I'm not explaining banning ever again. Please, God. Just not again. Not again. Okay, right. Next one. Battle Rune Axe. 6/5 Vigilance. Casting cost 3 black, red, green, which isn't actually too bad because it's Vigilance for a color combination that doesn't normally get it. And he can't be targeted by aura spells. So you can still enchant him, you just have to do sneaky things. It's not too bad, it just means if you try go, aha, I'm going to pacifism your plane. Oh damn it, I can't play pacifism your creature. Damn it! It's not good. Meh. Next one. Basadina. There we go. Batu 4/4 white, red, and 3 flyer. Players can't cast spells during combat. Red, target creature attacks this turn if able. It's actually not too bad, just not as a commander. There's so many better ones out there that you can use. Next one. Boorish Devilborn. For zombie wizard, that's 2/2. 3 red, black? Doesn't seem good. And no offense, it doesn't get better. He has an ability. 2 colors. Not 2 red. A red and a black. Tap. Put a 1/1 black and red demon creature token named Nino Demon on the battlefield. Yeah. That's it. Terrible. Next. Boltan Scouton. Yes. He is a white, red, and 2/4 with lifelink, which red, white normally gains lifelink anyway. But it's his red ability that is awesome. Red, tap, sacrifice a creature other than him. He deals damage equal to the sacrifice power to target player. Meaning if them creatures ain't getting through, and you have a 20/20 and he's on 20, just chuck it at his face. It's fine. Also, another thing is like you can use loads of act of treasons, so you sacrifice their creatures. Anyway, we will carry on with the time of this being over 9 minutes. This is going to be at least a 10-minute video, and I don't care. Bruna, Light of Apista. 5/5. 3 colorless mana, double white, and a single blue with flying and vigilance. Whenever she attacks or blocks, you may enchant any number of auras on the battlefield, and you may put onto the battlefield enchanted to it any number of aura cards that could be enchanted from your graveyard or hand. So anything that says enchant creature or enchant permanent can be enchanted onto Bruna or non-land enchantment. You know what I mean. And well, that's it. Not great, but you can make an enchantment-based deck. I have seen it. Next one. Chromium is a legendary creature. Elder Dragon. We're back to the Elders. 7/7, 2 colorless, double white, double blue, and double black. This is the Esper form. The other one before was the Bant form. Anyway, he has Rampage 2 and Flying, obviously, and the Sacrifice, unless you pay Esper colors. So, yeah, that's about it. Next one. Krosan Purge. 6/6, being a red, black, and blue, and 3 colorless mana. 6/6, flyer. Whenever he deals damage, you may pay a black and a 2. It's from that cycle. If you do choose color, then that player reveals his or her hand and discard all colors off all cards off the color that you have said. Next one, because that one's not good because I still don't really like card discarding in EDH. Dalcum Blackblade. He's another Esper color one. Double blue, 1 black, 1 white, and 2 colorless. Star. His power and toughness is equal to his lands you control, and that's about it. And it's not really good because you don't have a lot of ramp in that color. Anyway, we'll talk until I get to a G. We'll talk until that one. Right. You don't know what I'm talking about, but I do. Next one, Damima, Sage of Stone. 4 colorless mana, and a blue and a black and a green. So Mimeoplasm. So yes, I did own one of these, but I did not like it. So I completely ignored it. It's a 4/4 Death Toucher, which isn't too bad. You skip your draw step, which is really bad. And the beginning of your upkeep, if you have fewer cards than 7 cards, you draw cards until you have that amount of difference. And it's pretty good. But I still don't like it. Sorry. You can do a lot of things like at the end turn, discard your hand. Oh. There's also like the green card that's called Recycle, which is really good in this deck. Where you cast a spell, draw a card. And I think the same one's in black, so you can do both. So there you go. Dazarin the Igniter is the next one. 6/6. 3 black, red, green, flyer. Whenever he deals common damage to a player, you may pay 2 colorless mana and a red. If you do, choose a color. Then that player reveals his or her hand and deals damage equal to the number of cards of color that is revealed this way. This is not good at all, and I would suggest to stay away from him. There is better and cheaper, well, not cheaper, but better cards than this for that color of Jund. Anyway, next one, which is actually its own uniqueness one. Donan, the Sage Tower. It is a white, green, and black 0/5 Treefolk Shaman. There is no defender on this dude because his power is actually 5. Don't believe me? Well, each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Yay! So pump a lot of toughness and you win. Next one. Dranulor, Lich Lord. Being a blue, black, and 3 is not too bad. 3/3. If damage would be dealt to him, sacrifice that many permanents instead, so you can prevent a lot of damage dealt to him. And that's going to kill me soon. Tap. Target instant or sorcery in your graveyard gains flashback until the end turn. Its flashback cost is its converted mana cost. So this is a Snapcast Mage, which is a little bit more cheaper for your pocket, and not only that, cheaper for your deck, if you understand what I mean in thing, because you don't have to pay 2 colorless mana to do that. Anyway, sorry, something's just snapped and I'm trying to fix it. Okay, I'll give up on that bit for a moment. Anyway, Next one I'm going to talk about is Derek Teague. He is a 2/2 for 2, which isn't too bad. He's green-white. So, non-creature spells with confined mana cost 4 or less can't be cast. 4 or more can't be cast. Non-creature spells with X in their mana cost can't be cast. So if you want to be a douchebag, there is that card. He's not too bad, but I wouldn't base a deck around him. So, all I can say. Next one. We have granted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. This is one of them. Garazod's Plague Queen. Blue, black, red, and 4 colorless. Flying haste for 5/5 body. That's not too bad, especially when you read her abilities. Whenever she's dealt damage by whenever a creature dealt damage by Zera dies this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on her. Whenever she deals damage to a player, you may draw a card. So this card is a fusion of Sangir Vampire, Haste, and a Scroll Thief. Seems pretty good, no offense. I like her. You could easily build a deck around her, but you would have to be intelligent with your picks. Anyway, next one. Geist a Saint Draft. It's a 2/2 for 1 white and blue with hexproof, which isn't too bad. When it attacks, you put a 4/4 angel token creature onto the battlefield, tapped and attack, and exile that token at the end step. Now you can do this with a lot of populate. You can copy the triggered abilities, which we actually have got Sonic Resonator for now. You can, after your end step, you can I think you can end your turn, so damage is still dealt, but you keep the angel. I think that works. Not 100% sure because I've never actually been able to do it in standard. Next one, Gabe, Grew of Spores. He's a 0/0 for 2 colorless mana, green, white, and black. He's a fungus shaman. He enters battle with 5 +1/+1 counters, and you 1 mana remove a +1/+1 counter from him. You put a 1/1 green sapling token onto the battlefield. 1 colorless mana, sacrifice a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and my headphones just broke on me, so we'll carry on without them. But that's a very good commander. I like it, but I've seen it mainly as a troll one with just purely fungus creatures. So, we're gonna into the confusing ones now. Gosterdirk. He is a 7 mana 4/4 first striker with double white, double blue, and 3 colorless. Creatures with Island Walk can be blocked as though they didn't have Island Walk. So it is a hater for Island Walk. Yay! Next one I'm going to talk about is Gringrin, Corpse Born. He enters battlefield tap and doesn't untap during your next untap, which is a 5/5 for 5, so I don't think you would care. He is blue, black, and 3 colorless mana. I'm taking all that off me. Sacrifice another creature, untap him, and put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever he attacks, destroy target creature that defending player controls, and then put a +1/+1 counter on it. This is very good if you can use stuff that reanimate themselves or have a die effect that is triggered. So yeah, that is actually very good. I love the idea, and sooner or later they're going to have to run out of creatures, and you could bring them back. Yay! Next one, Glolf Hazza, Profiteer. It's a 2/2 for 3 mana, white 1 and 1 colors. White and blue, and tap, put a bribery counter on target creature you don't control. Its controller draws a card. Creatures with bribery counters on them can't attack or block, which isn't too bad, and you can use it as a commander. It is a control card, so go, yeah, you know that creature, you're not attacking me. You can draw a card though, I'll mail you out sooner or later. Next and final one, I hope. Yes, it is. Okay. Gwendolyn the Korra. Double black and 1 red and 1 blue. One of the weird casting costs. It's a human rogue. Tap. Target player discards a card at random. Activate this ability only during your turn, but not at sorcery speed. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't like discarding in EDH. it's not strong, and you do that to me, I'm going to be really happy. I'm discarding this 12-12. What are you going to do? Oh, you can't do anything about it. I win. Ha ha. But with this one, because it's at random, I don't mind it as much. And another thing is you can do a lot of reanimation, like because it says target player. So you can even target yourself if worse comes to shove. And that is all for this part. I hope you enjoy, and we will carry on afterwards tomorrow. And yeah, bye!